Guys, it's 2026 and we're back.
We're going to be looking at one of DFW's hottest suburbs, Aledo.
And we're gonna do things a little bit different this year. Not only are we gonna take you to the best areas to buy in, but we're also going to be looking for the coolest interior design features, whether you wanna spruce up your own house or if you're about to build your dream house.
Today, we're going to be looking at the Parks of Aledo. You're not going to want to miss this neighborhood. Hey guys, we're going to start here at Realty Homes. It's chock full of a lot of interior design features. And if you've got a lot of kids or raising a young family, you're going to want to check this one out. All right, we're here at the entryway. This is the first part of the house where your guests and family come in and they see your home. So it's got a kind of a grand entryway. You've got nice millwork on the wall, your sconces here that lead you up all the way to the chandelier. And I kind of like this stair rail that you've got here in the entryway. Check out the floor. Nice diamond shaped pattern. Gives it a really nice feel when you walk in. So right off the front entryway, you're going to have this room could be used as maybe a office. You've got plenty of shelving here. The one thing about this room that you might want to take into consideration is where's the door. So if you've got kids and they come into this room while you're working, and you like to work from home, you're going to hear a lot of noise coming in. So it might be good to put maybe some barn doors here, or maybe some glass doors would look really nice. But anyways, overall, this is a nice office. You've got plenty of storage, you've got plenty of shelving, you've got a nice closet there off to the side. So we're going to walk our way in here, and right off the front, you've got a nice little half bath. What I like about this one, and the architectural feature in here, is the trim on the wall. It kind of goes 6 foot up. And that's a unique thing. Mainly you see them around 3 to 4 feet tall, but this one's a little bit taller, so I think it gives this bathroom a nice unique feel. Now as we come out of the entryway and we go into the kitchen, the first thing that my eyes were drawn to is the dining area. The reason why is you have this really nice decorative tile. This might be a coffee bar for you, or some extra storage for the kitchen. And you have this nice big mirror here that actually makes the area feel a lot bigger. But look how many seats you have in here. This could fit everybody in my family. I've got 4 kids and we could all have a place at the table and maybe some of their friends. We're not going to go in here just yet. This is the master bedroom and you're going to want to see that one. The ceilings in that one are awesome. But we're going to pan over this way and we're going to look at the kitchen. Okay, so tell me what you think in the comments about these lights up here. Do you like these, or do you think it adds something to the area? They're really nice size, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. What I do like about this kitchen is you have a really nice island. So you can put a lot of food on here when you have parties and people over. You got a nice little spot for breakfast. Nice pantry here. One thing to mention about this neighborhood is you've got gas in the neighborhood, which is going to come important whenever you're cooking for the family. I really like gas. Electric just doesn't cut it. So gas, really important. Another thing about the kitchen that you don't normally think about is going to be the tile. This tile goes all the way to the ceiling, gives it a nice premium feel, something that a lot of people don't notice and you wish you had after the fact. So then we're going to make our way in here, and the nice feature in this living room is the ceiling. You've got nice tongue and groove cedar stained ceiling here. This really gives this a homey feel. I really like how they did the ceiling in here. One of the things, this fireplace, you've got a nice, maybe more modern feel around this fireplace. Let me know what you think about this fireplace. I don't know if I'm 100% sold on it or not. All right, well, we're gonna make our way into the master bedroom. You've been waiting on the ceiling in there. Speaking of, we're gonna check this out. When we come into the master, you can see you've got a little mudroom off to the side. This would be coming from the garage. So right now this is where the builder does all their selections, but this would be the garage. And right off of the garage, you have your laundry room, which is nice to have, right? Where you're coming in, you're ripping off all of your dirty clothes and you can throw them in here. But this laundry room might be a tad small if you do have a lot of kids or you have a big family. Right off of that, you've got your master bedroom. And this is not the room that I thought it was. This master is as basic as it gets. You have no crown molding, you have no millwork on the walls. It's basic. So I thought that this was another house. You're gonna see that one at the end. So you're gonna wanna stick around for that one. But you do have some features that you're gonna wanna look at in this room. I really love how they split the bathroom off from the closet, and you have this little entryway here. You have a plug here, so if you wanted to put some coffee in the morning, that might be great to wake you up. Coffee kicks off in the morning. But you have your closet here separate from the bathroom. Got your his or hers sink. Nice standalone tub for soaking at the end of the day, and your nice walk-in shower. I really like the size of this one. Again, they took the tile all the way to the ceiling. I really like they did the shiplap here in the bathroom. That's another nice feature that they've added. So really nice ensuite here. Something that you might want to take into consideration when you're looking at homes. Let's take our way up to the second floor. All right, well, here's the entryway. Again, we can overlook that entryway, but right as you come upstairs, you have a nice family room. You could turn this into a movie room. This could be an extra sitting space, an extra living room, whatever you wanted to use it for. You can see they have it set up for games, but this is a really nice big room here. You could do a lot of family activities here. But right as you come in the stairs, I thought this was a really nice little sitting area. Now, if you wanted a second primary room, this might be it, because you could actually put a door on this opening here. You have a room here, nice size room, but this could be like a sitting space, another little living room, and it actually has its own bathroom. And again, this bathroom here, you've got nice tile all the way to the ceilings. You have some shiplap, and they've gone vertical with it, so I really like how they did that. The nice green paint that they did, I think that was a nice color. We're gonna go out here. We're gonna look at these last two bedrooms. One of the things as I'm walking through here I noticed is that they did an upgraded carpet. This is not your regular builder grade carpet. It's a nice premium type carpet. And you got your third bedroom here. And we're gonna make our way down the hallway. And you've got your fourth bedroom here. There's a bathroom here, so both bedrooms would share this bathroom. You've got some nice pink walls in there, which kind of goes along with the flowers that they've got on the wall. This is another nice architectural feature that they have. You could do this as like a DIY project in your own home, and maybe put some wallpaper on here. I think that's kind of cool how they did that. You've got a nice light fixture that kind of matches with that. So if you're looking for something that would be an upgrade to your home that doesn't cost a lot of money and could give it that nice feel, that might be a nice little project for you to add to your list. Before we go to the back patio, I wanted to point something out to you. This is a standard size door, 6 foot, 8 inches. But you also have an opening here that's 8 foot, which is kind of nice to have this 8 foot opening. It makes the area feel a lot bigger than what it is, but it doesn't really go if you've got a big opening here and then you have a small door. I'm gonna show you a house later on that actually has 8 foot tall doors. It's not something that's gonna cost that much more, and it's something you might wanna consider adding into your home when you're building it. We're here in the backyard. You've got a nice porch to sit at the end of the day so that you can blow some steam off. You've got a nice sized backyard for your kids here. Plenty of room to do what you need to back here. The three things in this home that were architectural features that I liked was the front entryway. That's a nice important one because that's the first thing that people are gonna see when they walk into the home. The second one would be the coffee bar right off of the kitchen as you walk in. And the third is gonna be the cedar tongue and groove ceiling that's in the living room. The top contender I'm gonna say for this one, entryway. Tom's gonna actually walk through another house here that's got a lot different feel. And I'm kind of excited about this one. You're gonna wanna stick around to see what he points out. All right, as we head to the next house, we're gonna talk a little bit about Aledo. Aledo is a nice family-friendly town. The population is about 6,500 people. The reason why families move here is for the schools. The schools are top tier schools with awesome sports programs. If you have kids who like to play football or baseball or basketball and you want them to be in a competitive environment, this is it. If you want them to be one of the best, you come to Aledo. So that's why a lot of families move here. The crime rates here are very, very low. A lot of people that you talk to in the area say, what crime? There's no crime here. So if that's something that's important to you, a family-friendly environment with wide open spaces here, low crime rates, this is the area that you want to be coming to. Also, something that you want to keep in mind is as this Aledo is built out, you have a lot of shopping that's really close by. You have a UTA campus that's going to be brought out this way. So for later on as your investment continues to go up as far as home values are concerned, this is a great area to purchase a home in.
This next house is by Jobe Homes, which is a really cool builder. So the husband is the builder and the wife is an interior designer. So you know I'm excited to show you the interior design features they've got in here. Hopefully we'll find a winner. So as we come in, nice tall ceilings. This is a 2-story house, so this goes all the way up to the 2nd story. And right off the entryway, we're gonna have our office. Now they've painted the entire office floor to ceiling the same color. They've got plantation shutters here. Obviously, this is gonna be a little bit of an upgrade. And they've got these nice beams that run across the top. Those are probably 12, at least 12, those might be 14-foot ceilings. Very tall room. Now, right off the entryway is gonna be our half bath. So if you've got guests coming over, anything like that, this is the bathroom they're gonna use. And a lot of times I feel like this is an afterthought. A lot of times it's just plain white, you get a pedestal sink. I love the fact that they painted everything from the baseboards all the way to the ceiling. They've got a matching vanity right here, so it kind of blends in, makes it feel a lot bigger than it is. And it's just a really nice finish as far as the interior design goes. This is definitely gonna be one of my picks as far as interior design features. I love the fact that they went with a herringbone tile on the floor as well. Just gives a real elegant look. I know tile guys are never excited to put those in because it's a little more difficult, but I think the look's worth it. So right here we've got our staircase, and guys, there's actually quite a few features in here that are a little bit more subtle that we're going to talk about as well. And so I'm excited to share those with you here in just a second. But first, obviously we've got our garage here, three-car garage on this house. You've got our mud bench and our laundry room here. Nothing over the top as far as the laundry room goes. You get a little bit of an area to fold. You get some cabinets there to store some things. And that brings us into our kitchen. So the kitchen is really well done here. This is not, in this house, we don't have these overly tall ceilings, right? Since we've got a 2nd story right above us. So these are 10-foot ceilings in here. They've done a really nice job with all their cabinetry. You get a little bit more detail than just like your shaker style cabinets, which I think is a nice look. And then you've got everything you need right here for you. Now, one of the things back over this way, which I was very surprised about, is the pantry. So the way this house is designed, I was like, oh, good sized pantry. A lot of times you have these massive houses with these tiny pantries. You're like, oh, it goes back. If you actually come in here, you could lose me. This actually goes all the way back around and underneath the staircase. So there's so much room in this pantry, which is a little bit deceiving. So if you need some extra space to store things, this house has definitely got you covered. I can't say that's gonna be all of their homes, right? But this particular model. And then this opens up into our breakfast nook area here and also our living room. So this is a very cozy setup here. They've got a nice built-in over here. I love the fact that they didn't just do, a lot of times you just see brick and then a mantle, right? That is such a common thing that we see. But the fact that they did this extra millwork to accent the fireplace, I think is a really nice feature. This is not something that's over the top, right? Like it's not that crazy to do this, and it's probably not all that expensive, but it's a very nice look. And speaking of woodworking, this is another feature that I think a lot of times gets overlooked. So in these houses, we sell houses, we walk through these houses, they don't even have windowsills, right? And so the fact that they have actually encased these with wood all the way around, I mean, this is a very large piece of wood here. And also on the inside, a lot of times, I'll even see builders in luxury homes, they'll do woodwork like this and they leave this as sheetrock, which I'm not a fan of, right? This is just a much more polished look. So the fact that you get this with a builder like this is great. Now this is obviously not all of these are gonna be standard features, but these are things that they offer that they can do. And I think a lot of this little touch these little touches come from the fact that the wife is an interior designer and they care about that kind of thing. So if that's important to you, this might be a good builder for you. Now, one of my third things is this accent wall. A lot of times we see accent walls and they're very simple. A lot of times they've got little pieces of wood running across them and you got sheetrock in the back. This one, they've gone all out. Again, this is more of a premium feature because you have all this wood back here. You have to get wood that's straight, first of all, which is harder and harder to find. And so typically you're getting a premium wood for this. And the fact that they've got 2 layers here is just like an extra bit of detail. So I think that's really cool. And this is something that you could do on your own, right? In your own house, whatever. This is something you could add. A lot of fun if you like that kind of thing. Or a lot of stress, a lot of yelling at your wife or vice versa. I don't know, however that goes with you and your family. And then this brings us into our master. So not a massive space, but it feels a lot bigger than it is. And I think a reason for that is just the way they have it set up. You got a double vanity over here. Again, a little extra detail in all your cabinetry here, which is a nice touch over just your shaker style. And then I think one of the big things that they've done differently in here, again, is the herringbone, and they've capped it with a nice piece right here. So the herringbone that flows from here all the way into the shower is a really nice touch. And the fact that they've actually done a shower niche. A lot of times we see these new homes, they don't put niches in. I don't know where everybody puts their soaps and everything else. I'm guessing they're on the floor. You're bending over to grab all the things. And then you actually have a decent size closet. Again, pantries and closets so many times are like, this is where you lose square footage. This is not overly huge, but I think for a house this size, this is a pretty decent size for a closet. Now, speaking of space, there's a lot more upstairs. Let's hop to it. So coming up the stairs here, we've got our landing. They do have a break here, which is really nice. It's gonna stop a lot of the noise from all the kids playing around and everything else. Now there's 3 bedrooms up here. We've got 1 on either side, and they're connected with a Jack and Jill bathroom, which is always nice to have the kids have their own sinks while they're here, and they can just fight over the shower time. This is a cool little feature as well. So this could easily be a closet if you want more storage space, but if you want a place for your kids to do their homework, that kind of thing, this desk setup is a really nice feature to have up here. And then over this way, we're gonna have our last bedroom and another bathroom. So, and also all of these bedrooms are really good size. I know we haven't talked about that a whole lot. The master bedroom is probably 14 by 13, which is not like huge, but it was a good size. These are all probably 13 by 12, 12 and a half, somewhere in there. Huge storage right here as far as closets go. And then really good sized bathroom. Like a lot of times these secondary bathrooms, you know, you got your 3 feet from the vanity. This is actually really good size, which is nice. But apart from that, very nice layout. We're gonna go downstairs, check out the backyard, and wrap this thing up. Now, although it's Texas and our temperature can be rather high, rather low, we just had Christmas in shorts a couple days ago. I mean, it was like 80 degrees out, and even though it gets hot here, it gets cold, it's nice to have a backyard space that you can actually use. The kids can go run around on. So this actually has a really good sized porch, and this particular yard is very big, right? This isn't the case with all of these. So if you're interested in this area or any other, and you'd like to start seeing properties or what's available, you can set up a search on our website, and we'll actually curate that list for you, send you, even if it's not this neighborhood, whatever you're looking for, just let us know and we'll get it set up for you. That way you can start seeing what's out here. But we're gonna tell you a little bit more about this community if you are interested. And then we've got one other house that we're gonna take a look at with some really cool stuff. But first, I think my pick on this house as far as the interior design feature is gonna be that half bath and the amount of detail that they put into it. So we'll see if that one sticks. This next house Steven's about to take us through is one of my favorites, the pantry. Definitely awesome. Something, if you've got some extra space, you might want to do. But before we get there, let's talk a little bit more about this neighborhood. So there's actually a bunch of phases for Parks of Aledo. We're at the lake. So this is the latest phase here. When they started, there were no lakes. Now there are a couple lakes. You've got a playground down this way. There's another playground over here. But really, this is more well known for its biking and walking trails. One of the things about this neighborhood, if you spend any time out here at all, you're gonna see kids everywhere riding bikes, little minion gangs of bike riders running around. So that's one of the cool things about moving here is you're actually gonna get a lot of that community feel. People talk, they're nice to each other. There's events out here. We came out, there's like a little petting zoo. Earlier today, there's this bounce house for some reason. I don't know what was going on, but always a lot of community activity. Now, not as much as what you might find at Walsh. So if you've been researching the area a little bit, you'll hear about Walsh. We have videos on that as well if you're interested. But one of the nice things about this area versus Walsh is, one, you're right next to the high school. Number two, the tax rate here is lower. You don't have a PID. So it's like 2.17 roughly, right around there. Also, the HOA is lower. Not as many amenities, right? And so I think it's like 600 versus 2,000 a year. Of course, depending on when you're watching this, all of these numbers could change a little bit, but there is a lot of value here for what you get. Now, before we go into this last house that Steven's going to take you through, I do want to mention there are a lot more builders here than what we're showing you today. So if you're interested in those, we'll link to another video here at the end of this one where you can see us walk through. I think we'll hit most of the rest of the builders on here, and you're probably going to see this one twice just because it's so cool.
All right, we're here at the last house of the day. This is one that you don't want to miss. It has a lot of nice architectural features on the inside and a lot of nice upgrades that you might want for your future home. But something that I want to point out on the exterior of this house is you've got nice oversized gutters. You have really nice pretty brick color. You've got a double door entryway. You have cedar tongue and groove on the exterior of the house with a nice stain color here. Just a really nice front porch on this home, and something that when you have a lot of houses in this neighborhood that look kind of cookie cutter, this one just really stands out. So let's go ahead and take a look on the interior. All right, well, we're here in the entryway, and this one is a little bit smaller and a little bit more homey feeling. You do actually have right off the front entryway the office, and like I was mentioning in the other home, you have glass doors here so you can block out a lot of the noise that's going on in the house. And as we go into the house, you have your half bath here. One thing as we're walking through is you've got really nice engineered wood flooring, and I really like the color that they chose. It just really pops. You've got your nice little half bath here, nice marble countertops here, and you've got your sconces on either side there. It just really looks great. We're going to walk all the way into the living room. As you go to the living room, we have our dining room here that's integrated here with the living room, so you have your open concept feel. I really like this space. It's not too small. You can entertain a lot of guests here. Plenty of room for my kids and all my family. You've got nice light here. You don't have the small windows. You have really nice sized windows here. And I really like how they did the curtains from the floor to the ceiling here. Now, when we get to the living room, nice 12-foot ceilings. I really love the beams. They did a really great job. Love the color that they picked for this. One of the things I really like architectural design-wise, interior design-wise, is the shelving. Look at the shelving on either side of the fireplace. Just beautiful. You can store a lot of your knickknacks here, get you a nice picture frame TV, hang it here above the fireplace. And then this wall of glass here in the back is beautiful. Now this door is something you're going to want to stick around for. We're going to show you how this works, but this thing comes completely open. And so when you have nice weather like we do here today, you're going to want to do a lot of entertaining here. We're going to go out and we're going to see the back porch there. You'll see the fireplace, the built-in grill, and just how great of a space it would be to entertain guests here. So as we move on to the kitchen, we've got plenty of room here, plenty of cabinet space, plenty of island space. Again, this would be great for entertaining your guests. Got plenty of room here to store all of your food. And I like how you have your little mini fridge here. You've got your built-ins. You have really nice glass cabinetry here. So they didn't go overboard with it. But really in the kitchen is where you're going to be cooking. You have an oversized stove here, really nice gas appliance. This is just an awesome view looking at the living room and the dining room, just for entertainment purposes. Now, what I really like is back here in the pantry. I want to show you, as you enter in from the garage, you have your mudroom off here to the right, but you do have your pantry right here behind the kitchen. What's unique about this pantry is you have your shiplap on the walls here. They didn't really just go real plain here. They put a little bit of extra in here, and you have your open cabinets, nice soft close, lots of storage here. I think they get an A+ for this one. All right, so remember that ceiling that I was telling you about in one of the houses earlier in the video? This is the room that I was thinking of. So I want you to take a look at this ceiling in the primary bedroom. Nice cathedral ceiling. So it gives you a really nice feel in this room. It makes the room feel a lot bigger. And I just love the way that this ceiling looks. As we go into the primary bath, you'll see the his and her sink. His a little bit smaller, hers a little bit bigger. Got your standalone bathtub, really nice walk-in shower there. And I like the frameless glass that they have wrapping around this shower. Now, something that's really unique about the layout of this house that I really love is that when you walk into the primary closet, you do have your shelving here for shoes, lots of storage for clothing. But what I really like is this, you walk through the closet into the laundry room. So you have access to the laundry room from your closet. You have plenty of storage space here for all of your laundry baskets. You have a sink, which is something that could come real in handy in a laundry room. Plenty of room here to hang your clothes, a little bit of storage there. So that's a really great feature whenever you're looking at a home and you're coming in from the garage and you might have some muddy clothes, some dirty kids, and you need a sink in your laundry room. It's right off the master. It's a great spot. Okay, well, let's go take a look upstairs and I'll see you there. All right, we're upstairs here, and this is a nice little family room. You could do a movie room up here, a game room, second living space. I really like the windows that they have along the front of this room here. You've got your nice casement windows here. I like how they kind of fold outwards to capture some nice air. And you've got just a really nice feel upstairs. Now, remember, in one of the houses I was telling you, we wanted to look at the doors. Now, this is an 8-foot door. This makes this area feel a lot bigger. And it may not be any bigger than the other home, but it just feels bigger. So this didn't cost them that much more to put in, and it's an awesome upgrade. So 8-foot doors, keep that in mind. This is a basic room in here, but it's a nice size room. Nice walk-in closet here. And then right off of this room, you have its own bathroom. I like the colors that they picked. I've got a nice black, like slate looking floor. And you've got your nice frameless shower, glass shower. And you got your tile that goes all the way from the floor to the ceiling. Really like this shower here. We're gonna walk our way down. We're gonna look at the last 2 bedrooms. This bedroom has a unique little built-in here. I really like that for your daughter or for somebody who might be doing homework. This is a really nice little nook here that you've got included in this room. The tile work in this bathroom is on point again. I really like the small tile that they put in here. I like the millwork that they put on the wall. It really gives it a nice premium feel. They skimped a little bit on the tile on the wall. This one doesn't go all the way to the ceiling, but I think it fits. I think it looks good. All right, we're gonna go to the last bedroom, and this one has its own bathroom as well. As we walk through here, the carpet is a more premium feel carpet. This is not just your regular builder grade carpet. They did upgrade this carpet, and I think they did a good choice. Also, you've got this tile goes all the way to the ceiling, more unique color that they picked here, but I think it works. I think I like it. And I like the octagon shaped flooring that they put in this bathroom as well. All right, let's head downstairs and we're gonna go look at the exterior back porch and see all the great features they have there. All right, remember I told you I was gonna open this door up so you could see how it works. It's very easy. So on a beautiful day like today, you want to entertain some guests, You're going to open up that door all the way, get some nice airflow. You've got you a nice little fire place out here, a little mini fridge, an outdoor grill. This is a really nice entertainment space. Nice fans. You have your tongue and groove cedar ceilings, nice stain color again. They just really did a great job picking the colors in this home. So really great entertainment space. All right, well, the 3 interior design features that I liked the most in this home was the living room. There's just so many things in the living room that we could go with, but my favorite in the living room were the bookshelves on either side of the fireplace. Just makes the living room look awesome. The second one was going to be the pantry. I like how they have all the open shelving in the pantry and how they put a little few personal touches in the pantry. Then the laundry room. The laundry room, just the layout alone is awesome. How it's connected to the master closet, but there's a lot of laundry in my house. Again, 4 kids. I'm thinking about my wife. Yes, but yeah, laundry room. You've got your sink in there, plenty of room to store all your laundry baskets. Yeah, it's a great space in this house.
So as we're wrapping up here, we saw a lot of really cool interior design stuff, a lot of stuff you could do yourself, but our top picks for the day was the entryway from Realty Homes, the half bath from Jobe Homes, and the laundry room from Hark Homes.
Yeah.
All right, between the 3, what do you think?
Well, I think you got to give it to Hark.
Really? You're really sold on that laundry room.
I'm sold on that.
Dude, I'm not an entryway guy, but I thought that was really cool.
It was a grand entryway. That's the first thing people are going to see when they come in.
Okay, so that's a coin flip. I don't know how we award should there be an award?
I think people need to comment.
Let us know what
vote.
you think. Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. And then if you are interested in moving here price-wise, these are gonna range quite wildly. These are all family homes, so they're all over 2,000 square feet, and they're gonna range, a lot of them are gonna be in the 600s.
Yeah, a lot of them in the 600s.
But there's like one right now that's under 500, so.
Yeah, about 489.
Yeah, and then they'll actually run up into right around $1 million, if not over.
Yeah, they've got some that could get up in the 1.5 million range, but that's going to be rare.
But anyways, if you are interested in moving out this way, we'd obviously love to help you. And if you're interested in seeing the other builders here, you can check out this next video. And as always, if you're looking to buy or sell, remember to keep calm, call Tom.